Hey there, it's just me, sitting here thinking about a story that's been rattling around in my head. One that feels like it could have happened to any of us. Well, maybe not exactly, but you'll get what I mean. Picture this. Marcus Tate, a guy nobody really notices, pushing a mop through the halls of the Jefferson County Courthouse, day in, day out, for 15 years. He's the kind of person you pass by without a second glance. Quiet, black, in his 50s, with kind eyes that see everything but say nothing. But Marcus? He's carrying a secret heavier than that cleaning card of he's a mind sharp enough to cut through legal jargon like a hot knife through butter, buried under years of silence because of one man, Judge Victor Langston. Let me take you back to how it all started. Marcus wasn't always a janitor. Back in the 90s, he was a star at Harvard Law, top of his class, dreaming of fighting for the little guy. But when he interned at Langston's fancy law firm and called out their shady hiring practices favoring rich white folks over qualified Black and Latino attorneys, they didn't just push him out. They crushed him. Faked emails, doctored research, accused him of plagiarism right before graduation. Poof, his career, gone. Langston, the firm's big shot, made sure Marcus's name was mud. So, Marcus disappeared, ended up in Jefferson County, mopping floors in the same courthouse where Langston now ruled like a king, his black robe flapping like a vulture's wings. Every morning, the courthouse buzzed, lawyers strutting in, clerks juggling files, folks waiting on those hard benches, nervous as hell. Marcus moved through it all like a ghost. "Morning, Marcus," said Carla, the security guard who'd been there as long as he had. "They keeping you busy?" He'd flash a warm smile. Same old, Carla, same old. But he saw everything Langston tearing into young attorneys, especially the ones who looked like Marcus, with a sneer that said, "Know your place." Then came the case that changed it all. Langston was presiding over a deal to let Harper Realty bulldoze Crestwood, a neighborhood full of families, veterans, folks like Marcus who called it home. They were about to lose everything to some shiny condos nobody there could afford. One day, Marcus overheard clerks whispering by the water cooler. "Langston's got Harper in his pocket," one said. "That lawyer, Elena Cruz, she's fighting for Crestwood, but she's got no shot." Elena was young, scrappy, her cheap suit pressed to perfection, but she was drowning against Harper's army of lawyers. Marcus bumped into her in the hall, papers spilling everywhere. "Let me help," he said, kneeling to grab them. She looked surprised. Nobody in that place offered kindness for free. "You're fighting Harper," he said, handing her the stack. "Tough case." Elena sighed. "Yeah, nobody thinks I can win." Marcus's eyes softened. Sometimes the fights nobody believes in are the ones worth fighting. She gave him a funny look, like she saw something in him nobody else did. Then it happened. Marcus saw a Harper lawyer shove an old tenant, Mr. Jenkins, in court, trying to provoke him while Langston didn't see a thing. Elena called Marcus to testify, and man, that courtroom went dead silent when he took the stand. Langston smirked. "A janitor? Really, MS. Cruz." But Marcus didn't flinch. He laid it out calm, clear, like he was born for it, describing the shove, the setup, then dropping a bombshell. "Your Honor, this ties to Harper's pattern of illegal evictions, violating the Fourth Amendment's protections against unlawful seizures." He quoted the Constitution, word for word, like he was reading it off his soul. The gallery gasped. Langston's face froze, his smug grin melting into something like fear. Someone recorded it. By that night, the video was everywhere. Constitutional janitor trending, news outlets calling Marcus a mystery man. But it wasn't all cheers. His apartment got trashed, a note from Harper left behind, "Stay quiet." Elena dug deeper, found old articles about Marcus's Harvard days, how Langston's firm framed him. Then Dr. Lena Harper, his old professor, showed up, fierce as ever, with proof Marcus's research was legit. They found Langston's insurance files at his lake house, documents tying him to Harper Realty's dirty deals for decades. The real fight came in court. Langston was out, replaced by Judge Amara Wells, who didn't play favorites. Marcus represented himself, standing tall in a suit he hadn't worn since Harvard. He tore into Edward Harper, the Realty CEO, with evidence-forged permits, bribed judges, a whole system built to push out folks like Mr. Jenkins. Harper snapped. "This is how the city works," and the courtroom exploded. Langston, dragged back to testify, spat venom at Marcus. You were a threat, a kid who thought he could change the system. I taught you a lesson. Marcus just looked at him, steady. I was a student who believed in justice. By the end, Harper Realty caved $350 million to displaced families. Crestwood saved, Langston facing charges. Marcus? He didn't go back to Harvard or chase fame. He opened a legal clinic in Crestwood, teaching kids the Constitution, helping folks like Mr. Jenkins keep their homes. One day, a kid ran up, eyes wide. Mr. Tate, you're a lawyer. Marcus chuckled. Nah, just a guy who fights for what's right. But here's the thing, something about Harper's quick surrender feels off. Were they just cutting losses, or are they planning something new? What do you think? Is justice really won? Or is this just a pause before the next fight? Drop a comment. Tell me your take. Have you ever seen someone stand up to a system like that? Hit subscribe if you're ready for more stories that make you question what's really going on around us.